Texas loses to Oklahoma today, 45-53. And before we get into the 100% topic, major topic of discussion of is this going to be the end of the Tom Herman era at Texas? I just kind of sort of got a play-by-play, game-by-game kind of sort of recap of the game and kind of sort of what happened. Ball game just kind of sort of ended. I did put up the wrong. Just kind of sort of lost for words right now, guys. Sorry. Yeah, someone's obviously upset with Tom Herman. Yeah, Ming is obviously upset with Tom Herman. I would be too, and I'm just going to go ahead and start it out. I got my game notes that I wrote out. So Oklahoma started out the game exactly how Texas started out the game against Texas Tech, right? Just absolutely crap in the bed, wet in the bed, penalty after penalty. OU starts out looking 100% disorganized, minus yards for penalties, and they had to punt. Texas 100% could have capitalized off of that. We got the ball right around the 35, 45-yard line. We had just that one play, and then we ran the ball to Keontae, who breaks off one of his best runs, and then he fumbled. Junior running back, he's supposed to be the leader in the running back room, and he's fumbling. That was 2 consecutive runs that Keontae Ingram has fumbled. He wasn't extending for a first down. He wasn't overextending to make a play. He wasn't juking. The ball was just out, and the defender hit it, and it's absolutely 100% unacceptable. So Keontae on back-to-back carries had fumbles going back to the previous game in which we lost, going back to the TCU game, which he had that goal line stretch. So we go ahead and we punt the ball. OU easy pass play, just kind of sort of play-by-play, which leads to a first down. B.J. Foster did, in fact, he was starting. Caden Stearns, the Wolf, was out. No Wolf was present in Dallas today, as it was the B.J. Foster show. And I do kind of sort of have a quick little insight on B.J. Foster. Lots of people think that him not breaking down for tackles, that he just goes in and just flies to the ball and he misses out on people. The one opportunity, the big opportunity that he did have out in the flat, he did break it down, and he just missed on the guy. Just completely overshot the guy. So whether he's trying to break down and make a tackle, or whether he's going full force into his man, he's missing. So he's either missing big or he's just missing small. Either way you're missing, you're not making the tackles. Again, B.J. Foster coming into play for the Wolf of DKR as Caden Stearns is out. Great pass breakup by B.J. Foster, as I said, is OU field goal. So now it's 3-0 in favor of Oklahoma. So kickoff, we get the ball back, and right off the bat, Sam throws a bad pick, but thankfully his receiver was being held as we did get that one called back. Very thankful for that. Just again, their guy was right there. He did hold him. He was pretty much all over him. But again, we're kind of sort of bailed out. We shouldn't have to be throwing the ball in that tight situations like that. It should not have to be that tight for Sam that early in the ball game. Later on in the drive, it leads to nothing. Texas punts. Spencer Rattler, he had his moments. He looked good at times. They looked really bad at times. Here in this next occasion, he did look all right as he scrambled on for a first down. And then Mims, another example of why Texas needs to beat OU. Frisco kid from the great state of Texas, freshman, everything receiver there for OU, breaking out in this game, as well as number 10. Don't know his name right off on top of the bat, but number 10 absolutely is crucial for them. Made play after play, great plays by number 10 all day for Oklahoma. So it's a bad ball thrown. So Spencer scrambles, blown coverage on that to Mims, touchdown. So now it's 10-0 Oklahoma. We're looking bad. We could have jumped out on Oklahoma earlier. We were very disorganized early in the ball game. It was looking just like Texas was looking against Texas Tech. everything was going wrong. Nothing was going right. And then all of a sudden, Keontae fumbles the ball after his pretty much his best run of the whole entire season. Gives all the momentum back to OU, and they go down and kick the field goal to go ahead and go up 3-0. All that talent, and where do we go from here, man? Oh, dear Lord, I don't know, man. That is the thing with Texas, and that is the number one drawback. And that's what Gary Patterson says. Gary Patterson says it. Go to Texas. That's where great talent goes to die. And they beat us 8 out of the last 12, something like that, right around there since they've been in the Big 12. TCU is absolutely dominating. So there's nothing I can really say to rebut Mr. GP there whenever he's right, whatever it's regard to that. There's been times in which every single one of his players on the roster wasn't even recruited by the Texas Longhorns, and his team has come up with a victory against Texas. Absolutely embarrassing. Okay, so we're down 10-0 on that Mims touchdown. So we get the ball back. I do indicate here bad throw. I believe Sam had a bad throw on second down there. He was blitzed on third, and again, Sam had to punt. So basically, we had another drive that just died. It didn't go anywhere at all. Stalled, looking disorganized. We need to make a play. We need to come back for a punch. We need to have some sort of answer, right? We don't. It's 10-0, and now we go ahead and punt. We can at least drive the ball down the field, get 3 points, get something out. No, we get nothing and go ahead and get the 3 points. I do appreciate the thumbs up by someone who did put the thumbs up to this. Eyes on Texas channel. My name is AK. I do try to produce college football content for you guys as often as I can. With that being said, I was pretty much cranking them out a lot more often about 2-3 weeks ago. Slowed down a little bit, but I am trying to get more cranked up and producing more content out for you guys as Texas does, in fact, take a blow today. But, yeah. So pick by Overshawn. Oh, man, pick by Overshawn gets the ball all the way down to right around the 11-yard line. Rattler just didn't see him on that play. Spencer's, whatever they did kind of sort of the QBI from the quarterback's point of view, Overshawn was just dropped back. I saw him there in his zone. Rattler threw him the ball. Looked like he was throwing to Overshawn. Overshawn caught the ball, ran it till about right on the 11-yard line. Texas ran a couple of plays on 3rd and goal. What would have made us go for it on a 4th and goal would have put the ball right around inside the 1-yard line. We had Kerstetter just come in with that stupid play from your senior offensive lineman. Look, buddy, they say that you are our most versatile offensive lineman. You're a senior. You're supposed to be one of the smartest. And that's what guys look for. That is a cheap shot, man. That is a cheap shot, bro. Coming in late on the defender like that. And I think it is even a smaller defender as well. So coming in that cheap shot, deserved the penalty, pushed us back, and we had to go ahead and kick the field goal right there instead of going for it on 4th and goal on about the half-yard line. We did, in fact, have to go and kick the field goal. Absolutely not good at all. So that leaves us to 3-10 in favor of OU. I have a note right here. Texas OU gets the ball. Spencer Rattler fumbles on that Javonte Sweat sack strip fumble. Absolutely amazing. The tide was turning right there. I was like, I'm liking this Spencer Rattler kid. He is absolutely what Texas needs to win this game. He just threw a pick. Now he's fumbled the ball. I had that as a fumble. I don't know if it was scored as a fumble or a pick, but he had that fumble on the strip sack by Sweat there. I had a note right there that Texas consistently, this is my first note where I put where Texas cannot run the ball. Texas could not run the ball all day until it was finally Sam Ehlinger in the latter stages of the game, where he was just picking up QB run plays on scrambles whenever things were breaking down for him in the passing game. He was just scrambling for first downs rather than good running plays, designed running plays to our running backs. I think statistics said 27 rushing yards, something like that, going into going into the fourth quarter, something like that. It's absolutely pitiful. Absolutely pitiful. So Sam scores on a touchdown. They had a pass interference in the end zone, which benefited Texas, and Sam scores again scores on his first touchdown, make it 10-10 as the ball game is tied up right there. And that is pretty well is going to be the end of Spencer Rattler in the first half, and in comes Mr. Tanner Mordecai. Tanner Mordecai, all I know about him pretty much well is he was beat out for the job, and he is definitely been in the OU system much longer than Rattler has, so he did have a little experience. Did miss on some throws, but he did have some game time experience coming in. I think they said when he came into the ball game, he was 14 of 17 on the year for 14 for one touchdown for 147 yards. So it's not like he was going into the ball game and completely expecting to wet the bed. So that pretty much well fumbled by number 5. Texas recovers on the Joseph Osai strip sack. Was going to be whenever Rattler fumbled. So I guess our cute punter, our cute Australian punter, thought Urban 2020. That's where this is probably going, buddy. They were showing the coaching tree. They were talking about Tom Herman, and they were talking about Ash as far as Urich as far as being the Urban coaching tree. And really, maybe what we do is it might be time for Big Daddy to come in here. It might be not time for his disciples. It might be time for Coach Urban Meyer to come in here and start cleaning things up as we look absolutely disorganized. And whenever another opposing team looks disorganized, we are unable to capitalize on their disorganization. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. So punter got cute. Our Aussie punter gets cute, gets blocked, sets them up right inside 11, 12-yard line. Doesn't really matter. Set them inside the 20. They go ahead and rushing touchdown, 17-10. Right whenever we think we're back in there. We can't flip the field on offense. We can't go anywhere on offense. We have our stupid play by our Australian punter, and boom, and that's the end of that drive. And it's 17-10. We're back in the hole. On the next drive, Sam underthrows Eagles on this drive. Bad throw by Sam is just kind of sort of a note that I made. I didn't do a play-by-play. I just kind of sort of did make inside game notes. No Jake Smith in this game at all. I didn't see number 7 at all on the field. Tariq Black did start to show up a little bit in the first half. Not an outstanding performance by him by any stretch of the means, but it was a little bit of a Tariq Black time in the first half. Osai was definitely all over the field. I think he definitely solidified himself as a first-round draft pick, without a doubt, 100%. Joseph Osai definitely was the best defensive player on the field for as far as Texas. Most definitely the best player on the field, probably the game as well. For either team, Joseph Osai proved himself as a first-round draft pick in my estimation by his play in this game, without a doubt. I just really don't know where else to go. Not really going to continue on with the play-by-play thing anymore for you guys. Just what are your thoughts? I mean, I guess it's pretty much Urban Meyer time. We did rally. Someone asked me earlier on in the week, do the Texas players like Coach Tom Herman? Do they like our coach? And I told him I don't know. I told him I don't know the answer to that question. There's been lots of turmoil. As far as people trying to go to the portal. We did have a cornerback go to the portal without even talking to the coaches this last year. Just straight chucked up the deuces without even talking to coaches. Coach Herman has been the whisperer from getting the guys back from going in the portal, but I don't know if this is going to be a lame duck kind of sort of thing for the rest of the season for Coach Tom Herman, as both Oklahoma and Texas both go to 2-2 on the season. But it's pretty much going to be it for Tom Herman in my guesstimation. What are your thoughts? That's pretty much we're going to end this for you guys. Texas goes down in defeat to Oklahoma today, 45-53. This is AK. OU still stinks. It's hard to keep your head up on this one. Keep your head in a swivel. Your eyes on Texas. Good luck, guys.